And welcome back once again. My name is James Henderson, coming to you live from where else? The place where it's totally awesome. That's right, we're talking just pure awesomeness. So, what's happening? Ooh, I've got a bunch of LinkedIn stuff here. What's going on with the news? What's going on with the price of Bittrex? Are we all up? Are we all down? Hey, we do know that 50% of the market's up, but 50% of the market's down. That means that if you bought half the contracts yesterday, you're now up today, which is awesome. All right. Let's see. What's going on with MillardaBitcoin.com? Ooh, new graph. What's going on with their trading? Well, we fine tuned a little bit more. We're looking at about another 3.2% gains from a couple days ago, so which is also a good thing. Okay, so what's going on with the state of crypto? It's, I mean, for some reason now it's just flat. So, with that being said, let me get a better shot of myself because I'm that type of guy. All right. So, what's going on with the state of crypto? Why is it flat? Why is nothing moving like the dramatic swings like we were working out? I mean, the problem with people are now talking. It's like, well, the popularity's died. Well, in one good sense, thank goodness too. So now we can get back into, instead of talking about or trying to defend of what the hype is. I mean, Bitcoin's a bubble. Bitcoin's this. Bitcoin that. Bitcoin's untrue. It's like, come on, folks. If we can focus on the technology, this is where I come in. If we can focus on the technology, we can actually focus on implementing this security system that tends to be 1,000 times better than anything else we've seen out there. And of course, we can all make money by putting a little skin in the game. So, which is the big thing, right? All right. So now let's get to the program. What's going on with the state of crypto? I know the top 10 indexes from yesterday are down 2.83% for today. Reason why? Well, there's a couple major funky stories that are out there, but we'll get to those later. But what we can do is, with today's market, Bitcoin stands about what 11. At the time of the writing, it was 11,240. So it's down $200 since I've written this. So which is not bad, but it represented a gain about 1.3%. Well, 1% now for the last 24 hours. So more than $1.2 billion worth of BTC were exchanged on the USD market, representing 32.8 shares of the daily volume. And Japan has beat us now with the trading volume of Bitcoin. So what do they see about Bitcoin that America's not seeing? Are they now just getting to the hype, or is Japan actually referencing the data and the material and the technology behind it, and they're about to do something cool with it? Well, it's hard to be seen there, but that's something that my team and we're really digging into this, because this is one of the questions that we're wanting to know. Because first, Silicon Valley was all about creating these great ICOs, great technology behind it, and all that. But it turns out a good 25 to 35% of those were just plain out scams or washouts. And then now Japan's coming out, even though the regulatory market on ICOs and creating these type of companies are more regulatory and they're more pressured of, make sure you follow all the rules and regulations as if you're going to go through an IPO. These are major factors that we need to see in today's market. And with that being said, when Japan beats us by 5%, and they have been for a while now. All right. So we see that Japan is actually building technology. What's even better is data scientists are coming out and saying, okay, the blockchain is actually giving us a better informal look of what's actually going on. So in other words, if you put skin in the game, you're going to come up with cleaner data. because this is something that you just don't want to lie about. Because if you got personal skin in the game and you lie, uh, falsifying information on the blockchain, well, we can just go back to where you're at, and no one else can say, well, the data got changed and I put in something else. So that's the cool thing about using the blockchain and the technology behind it. All right. Ethereum prices. So a lot more people are starting to go towards Ethereum based on their contracts. Since several states in the United States have validated that if you put a contract on the Ethereum blockchain, well, we're going to validate that contract as being legally binding because it cannot be tampered with. So therefore, you're going to start to see Ethereum really take off here in the next couple months, as far as what's a smart contract, what can it do. There's a lot of other different ICOs that are out there that are going to be coming out with regulatory actions against certain ICOs based on the Ethereum market, which reading their white paper and knowing me personally, knowing certain people of the team, it's going to be real exciting to look for. I'm not supporting any of the ICOs. Like I said, my viewpoint has not changed. So just to go with that market, but I do like to come out and say, hey, listen, some of these are scams, some of these are actually valid. But like I said, I'll get once their information is about to come out, then I'll talk about it. From a technical analyst point of view. I hate when people come up to me and it's like, okay, this new ICO is going to make tons of money. Why? And the people are looking at me going, what do you mean why? I'm going, why? Can you tell me the technology? I mean, why are people going to buy it? Why are people going to use it? It's that simple. So what Mulata Bitcoin's all about, yes, it's a high frequency trading firm, and we're all about making money on these ICOs that are on the Bittrex market. However, though, I'm also real interested on what is going on with the token, what's going on with the company, what technology is being improved on it. And those questions, you really got to know why. Plain and simple. All right? So we know that South Korea has released guidelines for the cryptocurrency exchange and banks. Their viewpoints keeps changing. They said, all right, we're going to fine everyone who's not part of the market. Okay. So everyone started leaving it. So people started selling off their Bitcoin. You saw the market drop. But it was also during the time that the two Ponzi schemes were also, selling off their Bitcoins. So with that said, South Korea then came out with a revised edition saying, okay, we're not going to find you. You just can't put any more money into these virtual banks. You can take money out, but you just can't, put money in. So that's where the South Korea released guidelines on the crypto exchanges. And as you dig deeper into this, there's actually people in the government that have been caught trading because they see this as a way to get ahead in life, right? But I can understand South Korea's viewpoint of trying to stop this because they saw a whole bunch of Americans when they were day trading, and they lost everything. They lost their shirt, they lost their underwear, they even lost their house. And so what happened to the government? The government had to, bail them out because they were asking for money to refinance their mortgage, and it cost America a lot of money because a lot of people started day trading, even at work. They started day trading, and they lost a small fortune. And I know a lot of people lost it all. During that time, I was an IT auditor. Oh man, have I seen a lot of things. So so yeah, unfortunately, I can't talk about it until the next 5 years, and then I'm gonna start splurting out everything. No, I still can't release the name. No, I can't release the names. I'm not gonna do that. But the results of what happens. Um, so that's the one reason. It's sad that it happened. It's sad it happened to those people because, well, anyways. But I won't release names, but I will release a story because I've got stories that are insane. Okay, going back to Bitcoin. By the way, could you give it up for Jeff over there? He's helping me out and making sure my data is correct and the facts are correct. Um, so hey, listen, what's going on at the Nasdaq? So Nasdaq is starting to explore to offer Bitcoin futures on the contracts. So this has been going on for a while now. Ever since the ETFs, we're starting to get pushed, and whether or not we can start buying and selling ETFs on the Nasdaq. Well, that has sort of fizzled out because the volatility in the market is just too great, and so these ETFs would either be huge successes or huge failures in today's trading. So that's also a major issue. But we can tell you, since I know one thing that's a fact that the Nasdaq is exploring.